to Bayou City Geeks at Greater Austin Comic Con. I'm your host, Bobby Behar. With me is
Jason Elliott.
And we have a special guest. We have
Sam J. Jones from the original 1980 Flash Gordon. How are you doing?
We're doing great because we're at Greater Austin Comic Con, the inaugural event right here. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, Jason, you go first.
All right, so you're here celebrating Flash Gordon. I mean, you've had a varied career. I'd say what when you look back on Flash Gordon, what sticks out most in your mind?
Well, work, it's always a blessing when you're hired in the business. You know, provision is wonderful. There used to be an old rumor that said Hollywood was very unpredictable, but it's not. It's actually very predictable that it will always be inconsistent. So yeah, I mean, there's a couple of blessings, especially with Flash Gordon. Number one, being hired for a project is a blessing. Number two, if it does well, it's a secondary blessing. And number three, if there's any longevity attached to it, which next year I can say we filmed this movie 40 years ago. And it's a blessing that just keeps giving.
I'm going to jump ahead to Ted. When Seth MacFarlane said, hey, can you come on for Ted?
Yeah.
Especially the way that they kind of hyped you up. What was your feelings about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's due because, again, he saw the movie when he was 8 years old. He called me on the phone and said, hey, I saw this when I was 8. It changed my life. And now I'm doing this movie about a cute little teddy bear. I'd like you to come on board. So the point of all that is these very young people some of them grew up to be decision makers in Hollywood, and now I'm getting the call because I impacted their lives. It's wonderful.
Now, a lot of people don't know, and I used to see you like every year at the San Diego Comic-Con, and I saw a picture that you had. It was for the Spirit.
That's right, I played the Spirit.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. How did it differ from the movie? And it never went past the pilot stage, right? Or did it go to series?
We filmed that as a pilot first series that Will Eisner endorsed, and then it came out as a movie of the week. You know, that's just the nature of the business. You never know what's going to happen. And to be honest, because I'm so busy with kids and grandkids, I guess I'll have to wait till the Spirit, the movie, goes to Netflix, because I haven't seen it. You know, I just every day when we're done working, it's get with the family, you know. So I just want to be honest to say that but I'm looking forward to seeing the Spirit, the movie.
What projects are you doing now?
Well, the last 18 months, we got 6 movies coming out within the next couple months, next year. For I think the next 3 months, we got 3 of them coming out, and within the year, I think 3 more. So just very excited. It's a major blessing, and some of these movies are going to have a nice little message.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Now, I've seen you at least 3 to 4 different Houston cons here. What is it about Texas or the Texas cities that you love so much?
Well, it's the biggest state in the country, which means, what does that mean for us? Because a lot of the actors were only allowed, well, there's a radius. You know, in other words, if I'm going to I can't do another con the same year if I'm 90 miles away from another city. It's not fair to the promoter, it's not fair to so Texas is so spread out that you could do all the cities and not infringe on that minimum mile radius, you know. We usually get about 200 to 300 mile radius.
Okay.
But my gosh, I mean, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, you could name them all. You know, Frisco, where else? I mean, just name them. It's just wonderful.
Sure.
Houston. I think I did what's it called, Bell County.
Yeah.
That was an inaugural. I did that last year. So yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. I think Corpus Christi has one, which I haven't done yet. Looking forward to it. McAllen, right? McAllen has one.
I know El Paso has one.
Yeah, come on. The list goes on and on. It's a big state now.
Very true.
Yeah.
In Midland, I know Midland, Odessa.
That's right.
You know, they have. And I saw you at Comic Palooza, I think back in 2015 or 16.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I saw you there, got a chance to talk to you, catch up again.
That was in Houston, right? Oh, yeah. That's John Simons who runs that. Yeah, that's a great event. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the other one though, Space City, which is no more.
That's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a good time there too, man.
Yeah, I was gonna go to that one, and something just kind of in me said, stay away. And then when the fallout from that,
It
came
happens
out.
sometimes. It happens sometimes. But we make the best of it no matter what. Yeah.
Fans still come out to see you. They still
and
love
you
you.
heard what Charlie did with Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Incredible person.
Yeah.
He came back and gave all the fans. At the same time I was there.
Yeah.
But all the fans that didn't get their autograph or whatever was promised to him, he came back a couple months later and did that for them. And he's a remarkable.
Actually, 1 month later because Space City was that Memorial Day weekend, and it was usually always Memorial Day weekend. Then they came back in June.
Yeah.
He came back and honored everybody's autograph request.
Yeah, really.
Well, Sam, and this is all the questions we have to ask you. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Yes.
Always a pleasure every time I see you.
I enjoy doing your show.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right, man. Did you want me to do a little?